Hi everybody, and welcome to my December 2014 video game pickups. Well, half of them being pickups, half of them being Christmas presents. I have 5 games to show you. I'm going to actually start with the games I got for Christmas. The first one is Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, this is the third game in the Dragon Age series. Now, I played a little bit of one. I not even touched the second game. But this one, I kind of wanted to play it just to sort of try and get myself back into the series again, because I did play the Origins for a little bit, and I sort of lost a little bit of interest because it's a very sort of slow start. This one also has a very slow start, but I'm sticking with it. Yeah, I'm going to give it my best to keep playing and hopefully beat it at some point. The combat is real time, and it feels really nice. It feels like that of an Assassin's Creed or Batman Arkham Asylum or something along those lines. It just flows really nicely, and you have the a squad of like four different people, including your own like character, and you can mix those sort of powers together and put into like interesting combos and stuff. Yeah, and the graphics look fantastic. My only criticism is there's a little bit too many fetch quests. I feel that kind of drags the game. The game sort of drags its heels when you sort of have to do like stuff like that. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it all, but being a sort of the obsessive compulsive type and the sort of completionist, I kind of have to do it all, and it's kind of frustrating when you get so many missions that are just like the same over and over and over again. But other than that, I'm enjoying it so far. I've played it for about 10 hours. I'm still in like the first area, but so far I'm really liking it. Next up we have The Crew. Now this is, sorry, there's a load of glare there. This is a open world. Damn glare, get out of there. This is a open world driving game. From, I believe it's from the makers of Driver San Francisco, and I absolutely adored that game. It's one of my favourite games of the last gen. And this one, basically, it's like a cross between Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed Underground 2, where you play as this guy called Alex, who has seen his brother get murdered and gets framed for it, and spends like years in jail. And all of a sudden, he gets this second chance to exact revenge on those who framed him in the first place. And basically, you go on this journey across America, and I mean, like, pretty much all the sort of major states in America. And like, you start off in St. Louis, I believe, and then you sort of go across to the East Coast, and then back down south through Texas, and then up to the sort of snowy sort of north area, and then eventually heading to Los Angeles. And yeah, it's a really interesting story put onto a driving game, which is kind of like rare these days. And the driving feels okay. It's the handling is a little bit off, in my opinion, although that could be the car I'm using. And there's like a different game modes, like you got the sand races, you have these like takedown missions, which are very reminiscent of the driver games, and probably my favourite missions out of like all of them, because I enjoy like taking out enemies. What else? There's like you have to sort of collect a certain number of like containers and sort of limit them out of time. What else? You do like time trials. Like there's one where you have to go around this sort of like IndyCar circuit in a certain amount of time. That's pretty interesting. And also there is it's online only, which is kind of another negative, but you have the option to do certain missions in co-op with up to 4 players, which is really cool. You can also do certain because you have like there's 4 not really clans, but sort of crews you can sort of be a part of, and each one has like their own certain like missions you can do, where you can go like cross country across across America, and in a certain amount of time and all that. And it's a really entertaining game if you like driving games with something a little bit different. Then I think you would enjoy this one. And finally, I have Far Cry 4 as a limited edition. I will say that it is a little bit similar to this other game I have here, which is Far Cry 3, which I actually rebought for the PS3. And I feel like the main mechanics are more or less the same. The only difference being it's set in the Himalayas, I believe it is. And you have certain new mechanics you can use, like this sort of grappling hook, where you can grapple a certain part of these sort of mountains or hills, and climb up them or climb down if you're up high. And you can actually buy the wingsuit fairly early on, so you can sort of like jump off cliffs and sort of fly that way. Or there's also the gyrocopter, which is a really fun little mini helicopter. There is also co-op. Now you can't actually play story missions; those are sort of reserved for single player. Although you can do a lot of other stuff, like you can try and take control of these like forts across the map. There's like the outposts, of course, that you have to take over. The bell towers, they're back again. There's other missions like hunting missions, assassination missions, racing missions. A lot of content. Yeah, there's a lot of. There's also a lot of secret items, like these masks that you have to find around certain parts of the map, propaganda posters. What else is like wheels that you sort of. It's like fortune like wheels that you sort of spin, and you earn like karma for spinning each one. And it's a very competent and visually looks very impressive as well, much like the last game. It doesn't really do a lot new, but it's one of those situations where if it ain't broke, don't really fix it. And but yeah, I will say that Pagan Min, the main bad guy for this game, although he sort of really exists because of the success of Vars from Far Cry 3, I still think it's a very interesting character, and a very sort of like unusually entertaining villain. So I think Troy Baker did a fantastic fantastic job. Although it's kind of ironic that he's in both. He's the main villain in Far Cry 4, and he's like the main character in the crew, which is like insane. He just does so much voice work; it's insane. But yeah, Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 3, both fantastic games. If you haven't played them, I highly recommend doing so soon. And also buy Blood Dragon, because that game is fucking amazing. So I have to give that game a free plug because I just think it's that good. And finally, I have Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix. This comes with Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which was never actually released, at least in Europe. I know it wasn't. I don't know if it was in the US or not, but yeah, it's the first time we've got to play this one. Birth by Sleep, which I believe was on the DS or the Game Boy Advance, I'm not quite sure. And also Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which is like from the previous Hasty Remix collection. This is like the sort of game that's sort of made into like a cinematic movie, so to speak. I did get the limited edition, which comes with a Disney collectible pin and the game itself. So yeah, it's not like the big like edition that you get for this game. It came with like a Heartless like plushie or something. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan. I don't really think it's the best RPG on PS2, let alone ever. But I like having HD collections, and I might give it a go at some point. I still need to play the first one. I know I'm terrible, but I will get to it eventually, and we'll see what I think of it. But I do like the artwork. There's a very nice front cover there. Okay, and that's it for my December 2014 video game pickups. I hope you enjoyed it. Not very many this month, but hopefully in the near future. There's quite a number of releases in the next couple of months I'm looking forward to, like The Witcher 3, Bloodborne, Grim Fandango Remastered. I'm really looking forward to that one. What else? What else am I looking forward to? The Order 1866. That looks pretty interesting as well. But yeah, that's for another time, another video. I will just one more thing. I will say that I am going to do a PS2 collection update sometime this week. I don't know when, but hopefully when I've got a day off from work, I can get that whole thing rolling. And but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.